Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Today's snapshot is 15W38B. This is a bug fix only snapshot and it's in response to yesterday's one, which actually broke some key mechanics that the technical community likes to use. So for example, shifting floors in mob farms were broken, entities being pushed by slime blocks was also broken, and items going through blocks, i.e. vertical item filters. All of these things were broken and supposedly this was unintentional. So to save any confusion, what I'm going to do is show you what it was like in yesterday's snapshot, and then we're going to go and test through in this one and we're going to see if those things have been fixed. So we are now in yesterday's snapshot, and here is the classic item elevator made by Test E, then a bunch of numbers. Sorry, I can't remember what they are, and you can clearly see it's not working. Now here we have the Wither Skull farm that's on the Hermitcraft server. This is a copy of the map that I downloaded. For some reason the latest snapshots hate this place in terms of frame rates, but you can see that the blazes aren't falling down through the floor. Then this clip right here is from my Wither Nether farm, which uses slime blocks to push the entities across the edge, and what's actually happening here is that the slime block simply goes through the entity, makes them take damage and doesn't even push them. Now as well as that, I also heard rumours that the gold farm, the donut as it's called, is broken. However, I checked that as well and this thing seems to be working fine, but we're going to check it again in this snapshot as well, just in case. So we are now in the latest snapshot, and by the way, this is my vertical item filter world, and a load of items are caught down here. Let's just replace that and then put down a piece of redstone so we can test this again. Is it going to work? That's kind of worrying. This is supposed to be fixed. Let me double check that I'm not doing something silly here. Okay, we're now in the AFK Wither Skull farm. Let's spawn in some blazes, some magmas and pigmen. And you can see, I've seen it already, this one's been fixed. So these farms have been restored, and now we're going to check the shifting floors. Not only do we have horrendous FPS here, we also have bad news, because it would appear that this one is actually still broken as well, which could well and truly mean it's intentional and it's going to stay that way, which is really unfortunate. I hope this isn't the case, because it's going to break a lot of farms. Well, it wasn't broken in the last snapshot and it seems to be absolutely fine in this one as well. So let's go and talk about that item elevator that didn't work. So what you saw earlier was no joke. The item elevators are broken, but not all types. This will bring back some previous designs. So right here we've got a dispenser. Obviously you can put in a hopper facing into this to do this automatically and then control it with some redstone. But check this out. Yep, you see it. The item goes absolutely flying out of there. And it sets off the tripwires as well, so that's not a visual glitch. It kind of looks like it might be, like just then when it changed where it was in the sky. But you can see sometimes it sets off these tripwire hooks as well. And the items are landing up the top here. Now, I don't know if that's going to stay like that. I'll try and keep you up to date depending on what happens snapshot to snapshot. But that is some crazy behavior right there. And I'm going to extend the height of this as well and see if the further that you do that, it's going to manipulate the height, which we can kind of see right now by breaking a few of those blocks and seeing how high it goes. So definitely not as high. So I've got a feeling the more blocks you add, the more momentum it gets. Anyway, over here we've got the shifting floor design, and you can see here that with soul sand this is still going to work, but it's not going to work with full blocks. So ones that are less like a half slab or soul sand, because it's not technically a full block, it will still work, but with solid blocks it is unfortunately broken at this point. So today's snapshot was mostly bug fixes. I've got another one for you, Mojang. Quite a few times creating the Void World I've seen strange platforms like this where bits of it are missing. Anyway, this thing goes up by about 30 blocks. So let's activate it. And they actually come out halfway up, it looks like. Yeah, so things have been changed big time over here, which means we've got to kind of go back to square one and redesign things. That's kind of worrying. And remember, everything in these snapshots are quite possibly temporary, so we don't know if things like this are going to get fixed, if the shifting floors will get fixed, but I'll try to keep you updated the best that I can. Anyway, that's it from me this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like. It's really appreciated when you guys do that. But that's going to be it from me. So as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.